Hey, what is going on? Today we're going to do a 2025 NFL mock draft. We have about a month left until the draft, so I thought now would be the best time as any to go ahead and try to do one of these. Sounds a little exciting for me. I really am excited to see what happens in this draft. I don't know if any trades are going to happen, anything like that, but that's why we're going to do one without trades and see what happens there. I've been struggling a little bit with my voice, just recording. So unfortunately, it's gonna be a little quiet here and there. So hopefully, please bear with me. But we are gonna do our best today. I hope the face cam is not messed up, but we're gonna give this a shot anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and get on with it. My Tennessee Titans. At this point, I think all signs are pointing towards Cam Ward. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Now the Browns. They need quarterback, they need wide receiver, they need a lot of things. For me personally, I don't think they grab quarterback. I think they take best player available. I could definitely still see Shador in this scenario, but I'm going to go with Abdul Carter, I think. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go with Shador. The reason is because I do not think the Giants are going quarterback now. I think the Giants try to take either best player available or they try to get a little bit of help on the offensive line. And I don't think Will Campbell goes here. I think they go Abdul Carter at this point. Now that they have Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, I don't see where they would need him, to be honest with you. Right now, Will Campbell is falling on a lot of boards. I think the Patriots are going to take best player available. So I'm going to go with Travis Hunter to the Patriots. Number 5 overall, I think Jaguars stick and pick here, and they grab Mason Graham. Now we're on to the Raiders. The Raiders need a little bit of help here and there. I don't know if they go running back, but that's what I think. What I'm thinking right now is they go Ashton Jeanty. I think that new regime just tries to take a big splash play. Their O line's okay. They got a little bit of room to grow there. And here, as much as I like Will Campbell more, I think the Jets go get Membu before. And I probably said his name wrong, and I apologize for that. The Panthers, as I've said, their biggest thing that they really need is defense. I think right now you'd be happy if Will Johnson falls here, but I think they're going to go Shamar Stewart, if anything. So that's where I'm going. Right here, this is where I see Will Campbell. They need guard help in Will Campbell. Unfortunately, they're saying that his arms are just a little short. So we're going to lock in that one. And we know the Bears are going to need offensive tackle. They're going to need offensive tackle bad. And I think right here with Will Campbell and if Membu's off the board, and maybe I'm reaching a little high thinking these guys are going to go O lineman, but I just have a feeling that they will, especially with new head coaches, that you're going to just look to solidify things. That's why I have the Jets and the Saints doing what they're doing. And I think the Bears are happy to get Kelvin Banks right there. Now, I don't see a lot of offensive linemen coming off the board now. Now, Ward is gone. I think San Francisco is thrilled. They are exactly really excited. They get Will Johnson with this pick. Now, they need running back really bad over there in Dallas. I don't think they reach, though. I think they get Michael Williams right here. And the reason for that is I think you need a splash player if you're Jerry Jones. You just lost to Marcus Lawrence. I think you just go ahead and go for it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to stick and pick if I'm them, and I go Michael Williams. Now, this one right here for the Dolphins, this one's pretty simple to me. You lost one of the best safeties in the league. I'd say a top 10, and Javon Holland. Right now, I think you stick and pick with Malachi Starks from Georgia. Phenomenal player. I think he goes right there. Right here, Colts. Tyler Warren falls in your lap. You grab Tyler Warren from Penn State. I could see you going Colston Loveland there. I like Tyler Warren just a tiny bit better, so that's where I would go personally. Right here, I've had this pick here for a while, and I know he's technically fifth on this board. I like James Pierce right here. Now, here's the thing with Arizona. Do you get a talented young player right here to be on the opposite side of Marvin Harrison Jr.? That's what I'm thinking you go with. So I'm gonna stick here with Tatoria. I'm gonna say his name wrong, so I'm just gonna say T. McMillan from Arizona. And I think you're thrilled that he's there. And he probably won't be there if I'm being honest. I think he goes pretty early on. I would assume a trade up if anything, but you never know. I could definitely see it. For the Bengals, really it's defense. They could go Jalen Walker right here, and I don't think anybody would complain. I'm gonna lock in Derek Harmon from Oregon. And the reason for that being, I think if you're 100% keeping that defensive end over there, you get Derek Harmon. I think Derek Harmon is a very good player, and I don't see why you wouldn't. You know what I mean? Now, Seattle, you just traded away a lot of really good players. I could see them sticking and picking Tyler Booker here. I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say they grab Matthew Golden from Texas. You traded away a lot of players. You have JSN, you have Cooper Kupp. Now you put Matthew Golden as that slot speed guy right now, and your team is pretty solidified right from the get go. With the when it comes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if Jalen Walker's here, they're taking Jalen Walker. I could definitely see them taking Nick from South Carolina, but yeah, I think you stick and pick right there. Okay, I think if Barron's here, you probably get Barron. And the reason why I think I take Jalen Walker right there, actually, Tennessee just took Cody Barton. Jahad Campbell's a really good replacement. That's where I think you go right there. Now, this right here is where I think Jackson Dart goes. And I know that's reaching a little early. But I think if he's there at 21, and I don't believe he will be, I think you have to go get him. Like, I really do. Now, here's the interesting thing for me. I like Colston Loveland right here. I don't think you have a tight end that you are absolutely thrilled with right there. So I think Colston Loveland from Michigan, if he's sitting at 22, you're jumping at it. And I stick with that all day. With it being Green Bay, you kind of know what they're going to do. Defense was kind of a little bit of iffy. I don't think safety's the biggest need. I could be 100% wrong there. I'm going to go with Nick Scourton from A&M right here. And I think Minnesota takes Nick right there. But, and yeah, you just gave away Kenyon Green. You lost Laremy Tunsil, Josh Simmons from Ohio State right there. You grab him. You grab him. And most of these are just things that these players are getting older. They need to get some help at safety. I'd really like that for them. A little bit of edge rush from the Green Bay Packers. I don't see why you wouldn't. LA, Jahdae Barons right there. You take him. You take him all day. Now, here's the interesting thing. Well, Tyler Booker's right here, so that's probably what I'm going to go here. Ravens do need a little bit of help on the offensive line. They're not completely broken there, but I think that they could use a little bit of help. And so I like that pick right there. Now, here's where I'm going to reach a little bit. They need help in the defense here in Detroit. Their defense was completely banged up. Their offense is still completely explosive. I think what they'll do is take Siobhan Ravel from East Carolina. I think you still need a little bit of corner help. I think that you're not completely sold in what you got there. And so I think you take Siobhan Ravel. I don't see why you would not. Washington Commanders, while I like their receivers a lot, I think it wouldn't hurt them to get one more. And if Egbuka's there, all day long. All day long. Now, with the Bills, I think you take Tyleik Williams right here. I think you need a little bit of pressure off there. I personally like Walter Nolan more, so that's where I'm gonna go. But yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't take him right there. You got rid of Tooney, Greg Zabel's here. I think you grab him. And a lot of these names right here, I expect to go first round, but I'm going with what I think would be logical. Where's the nearest Georgia player? um, no, with it being the Philadelphia Eagles, the Eagles need a little bit of help here. They lost a lot of good players, so I'm going to take Donovan from Boston College, and I'm going to fill that in there. And that's going to be it for us when it comes to the mock draft. You can see 4 results here. I went Cam Ward with the Titans, Shedeur Sanders, Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, Mason Graham. And all these are just a 1.0 right off the top of my head of who I think that they will grab. I 100% could be wrong, and I would not be shocked if I am, because that's just how it goes sometimes. Hopefully you like it. If you don't, I completely understand. But that's kind of what I'm thinking right now, is a lot of players have to be replaced. And so when you get down this board right here, I think that's where people start replacing their players, right? You lose Tre'Davious Ward, Will Johnson's there, you get him. Mykel Williams, you lost to Marcus Lawrence. I think that Mykel Williams is a phenomenal pickup. Javon Holland's gone. If Malachi Starks is sitting there, you grab him. Colts really needed a tight end, so Tyler Warren. They need a better pass rush, and stuff like that is kind of what I'm thinking. If you have different opinions, I'd love to hear them. I appreciate you so much if you did make it all the way here and did enjoy it with us. Um, I appreciate you for being here. I do hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.